Convenience sampling technique is a method adopted by the researchers where they collect market research data from a conveniently available pool of respondents. It is most commonly used as it's incredibly prompt, uncomplicated, and economical. Researchers use convenience sampling in situations where there are large populations as they are not easy to reach. Researchers also use it in situations where additional inputs are not necessary for this principal research because there are no criteria required. All components of the population are eligible and dependent on the researcher's proximity to get involved in the sample. Using this technique, they can observe habits, opinions, and viewpoints in the easiest way. For example, a new NGO wants to establish itself in 20 cities. It selects the top 20 cities to serve based on the proximity to where they are based. Convenience sampling technique is applied by brands and organizations to measure their perception of image in the market. Data is collected from potential customers to understand specific issues. In some cases, it is the only available option. For example, a university student working on a project and wants to understand the average consumption of soda in campus on a Friday night will most possibly call his or her classmates and friends and ask how many cans of soda they consume. Convenience sampling technique has several advantages such as collect data quickly. Many researchers choose this method for quick data collection in situations where time is constrained. The rules to gather elements for the sample are least complicated in comparison to techniques such as simple random sampling, systematic sampling, and others. Besides, it is also inexpensive to create sample. It allows researchers to generate more samples with less or no investment and in a brief period. And the research can be done easily. Convenience sampling technique clarifies how samples are formed. Elements are easily accessible by the researchers and hence the collected members of the samples become easy. The following advantage of convenience sampling technique is low cost. When on a small budget, researchers, especially students, can use the budget in other areas of project. Next, it provides readily available sample. Data collection is easy and accessible to the researchers. They do not have to move around too much for data collection. Quotas are met quickly and the data collection can commence even within a few hours. Last but not least, it has fewer rules to follow. Convenience sampling technique does not require going through a checklist to filter members of an audience. Therefore, gathering critical information and data becomes uncomplicated. For example, if an NGO wants to survey women's empowerment, they can go schools, colleges, offices, and others in their proximity and gather quick responses. The convenience sampling method cuts out a large part of the population. As a result, this leads to several disadvantages, including inability to generalize the results of the survey to the population as a whole. The second is the possibility of under or over-representation of the population. The third is convenience sampling will lead to biased results because some people choose to participate and some people do not. Therefore, the use of convenience sampling method is discouraged by many dissertation supervisors. Here are 3 quick hacks to efficiently analyze convenience sampling data. The first is to take multiple samples because it helps you in producing reliable results. The second is to repeat the survey to understand whether your results truly represent the population. The third is try cross-validation for half the data, especially for a bigger sample size. Then compare the findings with the other half of the data. Here are some examples of convenience sampling technique. Our marketing students need to get feedback on the scope of content marketing in 2021. The student can quickly create an online survey, send the link to all the contacts on phone, share the link on social media, and talk to people daily, face-to-face. Or, for instance, you are researching opinions about student support services in your university, so after each of your classes, you can ask your fellow students to complete a survey on the topic. This is a convenient way to gather data, but as you only survey students taking the same classes as you at the same level, the sample is not representative of all the students at your university.